Welcome back to the Hallmarkies podcast. Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Amber.
And we are here with another UPTV recap for the month of February. So in this video, we'll be talking about 4 of the movies that aired over on UPTV in the month of February, which includes, what movies did we discuss, Amber?
We talked about Mr. Right, Once Upon a Date, Twist of Fate, and Vision of Love.
Yes, some fantastic movies over on UPTV that aired in February. So if you guys want to see video versions of all of these little mini reviews, you can go on over to our YouTube channel, Once Upon an Upside, to see the video versions. But if not, this is the full audio version mega upside episode. What? That's what I'm calling it now. Yeah, let's head on over to our first little mini review for Mr. Right. We hope you guys enjoy it, and let us know what you guys think of our little upside reviews. Hey guys, welcome back to Once Upon an Upside. I am your lovely host, Amy. I just called myself lovely, whatever.
That's because them's facts. She only speaks the truth. She never lies. She is lovely.
So I'm here again today with Amber, and we are reviewing the first February release from UPTV this month, and that was Mr. Right. Woohoo.
Woohoo. Which I do have to say, I thought it was Mr. White when I first read the title, but then I reread it and I was like, not racist.
No, I think you probably saw that because when they sent us like the press email for it, she spelt it wrong. And it said Mr. White on there. That's why.
Oh, then I'm not crazy.
No, yeah. It was just misspelled.
I was like, I'm not looking forward to this movie. And then it was not about that at all. So
no, it was just a typo in an email.
We're good.
Yeah. So this movie was about, really, the guy's name was Michael?
Yeah, there's a theme of Michael's.
Okay. So Dory and Michael, and I watched this movie 3 weeks ago. So why don't you give me a summary of that, Amber?
Okay, yeah. So Dory is like an editor at this publishing company. Is that what they're called? Publishing house?
Yeah, I go for it.
Anyway, and she's kind of like fights to be in charge of Michael Rothschild's new book that he's like super late on and they want to cut him. She's like, no, he's amazing. So she, fights to work with him, and he's sort of difficult to her, I guess. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, she's also engaged to Preston Vanderslice, whose name is Philip. Mm-hmm. And they're getting married. They've only been dating for 4 months, but they're getting married in 2 months, so it's 6 months of dating to marriage, which I don't have a problem with. It's just, it's the note. It's discussed at length. And then, I think they talk about it more in the movie than it happens in real life. Like, in the show, they talked about how little they dated longer than they dated. Anyway, there's that. And then there's also a side story where her friend Pamela is like afraid of commitment and afraid of getting hurt, and she goes on these 3 dates with her guy named Tim. Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh, and also they hire a wedding planner to plan their wedding since it's so short.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Preston really likes that wedding planner.
Ooh, boy does he.
Yeah.
The thing about that is that's so funny to me is I was like, well, if she's gonna marry this Preston guy, what's his name? Philip. Like, I feel bad for Philip. And then they introduced the wedding planner, and she's the girl who's like always bad, right? Mm-hmm, in everything, she's the bad person. Mm-hmm. Except for the one episode of Seinfeld Delivered where she's the dying mother. But I was like, oh, okay, so they're gonna have a side thing and then it'll be okay. Got
it. Yeah, I think I love Preston Vanderslice so much.
He is so great.
I know, right? And I was like looking him up. I'm like, he plays a college student in Mystery 101. How old is this guy? Because I'm like, this movie was made like a couple years ago. I'm like, how old is he? He's like 38 and he's playing a college student. Anyways.
He's versatile.
Yeah. I'm like, geez, okay. But anyways, love Preston Vanderslice. It was cute. Besides him being a bad boy in this movie, I think he did it. I liked it, his character. The Pamela Tim storyline, didn't like it that much.
It didn't add anything to the story.
No.
It was fine though. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, it just it could have not been there and it would have been fine. Like, it wouldn't have impacted the storyline all that much. Like, their relationship didn't impact anyone else in the movie. So like
It is funny that every single one of these movies has had multiple romantic subplots.
Yeah.
This for February. It's like February is the season of love for everyone.
Yeah,
like,
but the January movies were like that too. There was always like a side couple that was like there, but like didn't have to be there.
Which, I'm going to be honest, I don't hate, but I also don't love it every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I like that it's an option. Like, if you're not interested in the main couple storyline, how about this one?
Yeah, I just would like it more if like that relationship impacted the other relationships.
I mean, the only way that this overlapped at all is that occasionally Dory and Pamela would talk to each other.
Yeah, that was it.
They had no interconnectivity.
So that was a little okay. Did you have a favorite scene from this movie?
I just have to say, I love montages, and boy, did they use montages.
Oh, they went in hard on the montage. Like, book writing.
But I actually really loved the ending when, like, spoiler alert, when she bails on the wedding, and the line when she says, he's like, I paid for this whole wedding, and she says, take it up with the wedding planner. Oh, so good.
That's so good. Also, this place they were getting married at kind of looked like it was a high school, not a church. But anyway.
I was honestly like, are they getting married at a high school?
Yeah, exactly.
But
especially when she like went into the bathroom and like they had the like there was like a wall or whatever. I'm like, she's at like a high school community center or something.
I mean, like, and then I was like, well, maybe, it's like a church community center. They have like a gym attached to it, but it was really, I did think to myself, are they at a high school? And I was like, no, they're at a church. The guy said the church on such and such a place.
It didn't look like a church.
But it did for sure look like a school.
Yeah, it did. One thing that hit me really hard is when he was in the bookshop and he saw his book on the clear to sell shelf. I was like, oh, that's gotta hurt. That's gonna hit right in the heart.
I also, when they went to the bookstore and he was being a weird ranter, and she like turned it around, I was like, I really enjoyed the writing of Dory.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, Michael was a little frustrating. He was okay, but he got better. In the beginning, I was like, this guy's just a slob. He's annoying. Yeah. But he turned it around. Yeah, that's it. Also, Sophie's not a dog.
But what did he name the dog? Also Sophie?
Yes.
Okay, I just got a little confused that if it was like, I don't know.
He named his dog after his ex. Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, that's a thing, I guess.
And I also enjoyed that there was sort of a little bit of a through line where a lot of the people in these movies had also been in Battlestar Galactica. So, just for the record.
Didn't know that, but okay.
Yeah, the other publishing lady who like used to be that tells us that he was married to Sophia and she died. She was in Battlestar Galactica, and then the dad in Once Upon a Date is also in Battlestar Galactica. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like there was somebody else in both the other movies too, and I was like, what is this, Battlestar Galactica Day? Anyway, side note, we can cut that out. I just was...
I have no idea. I've never seen Battlestar Galactica.
I mean, he loves sci-fi, so it's applicable, right?
Yeah. Also, I want to say the sister of the bride, or the sister of the groom.
Brittany Wilson.
Yeah. Super irritating character. I thought it was hilarious, but super frustrating.
No, she's so funny. Yeah. I love Brittany Wilson so much.
Oh,
and because she's been in a bunch of things as like the side character, and she was in that Love in the Cottage movie that they had on Hallmark Channel. What was it?
I don't
Christmas
know.
in the Cottage. Christmas Trapped in a Cottage.
You're naming like 12 movies right now. They're all the same.
They're all called Christmas Trapped in a Cottage.
There's just something cottage with Christmas. There's like several of those.
She was like the best friend / sister of the people who fall in love, and then she was great, and I wanted to see more of her story, but it had already happened, I guess.
But I want to say the British accent, both hers and Preston Vanderslice's British accent. There were moments when I was like when Preston Vanderslice said mate, I was like, you sound like you're in a nature documentary, not like you're British right now. like it just didn't come off right. Like the British, I think they kept it pretty good, but certain words they said in the British accent, I was like, that just does not sound right.
I didn't have a huge problem with it, but I enjoy a good accent. Even a good try at an accent.
Yeah, it was a solid attempt. I think it was really good, but it's just there were certain moments where I was like, he just doesn't sound like he sounds like he's trying too hard. All right, so do you have any other comments or
I think I'm good.
Okay, me too. So personally I gave it 7 balloons. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, actually I'm gonna just have to agree with you. 7 balloons.
7 balloons. There we go. We got it.
I take it back. 6.5. 6.5 balloons.
6.5 balloons.
Because what would editing be if I didn't make Amy
exactly. That's what I was
now.
about to say. It's just Amber trying to make my life more difficult. No, I'm kidding.
But overall, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it. I would watch it again if it's on TV.
Yeah, I would definitely put this on the background, and it was good. And also, it made me appreciate Preston Vanderslice even more. So,
and Brittany Wilson.
Exactly.
And this girl who played Dory, who I don't think I've ever seen before.
I don't think I've ever seen her either.
She was great.
She was really good, yeah.
Sometimes, I'm going to be honest, I find the lead girl to be irritating.
Yes, I have experienced that as well.
It didn't bug me at all. She did a great job.
Yeah, she did. So currently, because we both, you gave it a 6.5, but currently it's it's pretty up there so far compared to our January movies. So
I have to say, I feel like this as a whole was better than January.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Once Upon a Date. This movie was about a man who his name was Josh. Josh was trying to get this little community children's theater to to sell to his dad's company in order to build hotel chains. And in order to do that, him and his little brother Anthony went to said theater. And Tiffany, who is the daughter of the theater owner, was doing a little play called Once Upon a Date. What a coinky dink.
Where did they get the idea for that title?
I know, right? And somehow Josh ended up getting the part of the prince. And then, of course, there was betrayal because no one knew that he was actually trying just to buy the theater and tear it down. But then he had a change of heart. And it's really a fairy tale. It really was. It was. And yeah. So what did you think of this movie, Amber? Oh, wow. That's real positive.
I did not like it.
Really?
No, did you?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a medium. I was medium about it.
I was so over it.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised. Okay, well then
why is it surprising to you?
I don't know. I thought you would think it was the betrayal. I thought you would think was, I don't know.
I don't like betrayal.
So you like betrayal?
I like lying.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just, I think I'm just kind of over any sort of plot that has to deal with real estate, purchasing, selling, buying, saving, restoring. I'm over it.
Yeah, save the theater. I was like, oh God. I don't want to save anything else.
They're passing out flyers. Her play within the play was just so stupid.
Well, it was children's theater. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt.
How dare you?
Also, I have to say, that end scene where they were like, oh, we're gonna save the theater, there's so many people. Every time they cut to the actual, like, audience, there was so many seats empty.
That's how real theater is.
And I'm like, how are you saving the theater? Like, obviously people didn't buy tickets. There's barely any seats filled.
I mean, now they have a very fancy patron, so they'll be fine, but I
still.
just, I did not love it.
It was okay. The little brother was super frustrating to me. I was like, oh my goodness. Also, could have cared less about the apartment being finished or not.
Right? I'm sick of anything having to do with real estate.
Yeah.
And that, that's furnishing and finishing a property. Yay.
And like, the fake out, I don't know. Like, it was, yeah, I don't know. Also, definitely, this was Los Angeles. This is definitely not Los Angeles, okay? If that lady owned an apartment building in Los Angeles, she would have had to been, like, a millionaire. There's no way. Like, it's not, no.
Well, maybe it was like a suburb of Los Angeles.
Okay, still, it would have been millions upon millions of dollars for her to own that apartment building.
I mean, it was filmed in Santa Clarita.
Really? Okay, well, that Santa Clarita is not LA. It's LA adjacent-ish.
That's where it was set. They just because they flew into LAX doesn't mean that it was in, WeHo.
I was just like, there's no way that lady owns that apartment building. That would be so much money. She'd be a millionaire. Like, it didn't make much sense. I was like, okay. But, yeah, I don't know. It was a little frustrating. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute, but it was frustrating. You have anything else to say?
I do think that I would like to see these actors in different parts because I don't think they necessarily got a lot to work with.
Mm-hmm.
James Kelly, I don't know how you say his name, the dad,
Mm-hmm.
was in Battlestar Galactica. And I mean, his character was irritating in Battlestar Galactica, but he did a great job. And I think he did fine in this show. It just wasn't for me.
I also, the like, lawyer friend or whatever, I don't know why she was there.
Well, it was the point. Well, so much of this movie I went, but why?
Yeah. What do you think of the relationship between Izzy and Anthony, the brother and the owner?
I honestly did not care.
Okay, me neither. Not either much. I was like, these two characters don't work together.
Even the main character, like, the things that they tried, I went, why? And then I didn't believe any of the relationships, and I thought, why are we trying to make these happen?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, so what would you rate this movie?
I didn't want to die as much as I did on that other one, so I'm going to give it, like, 3.2.
I gave it a 3, so.
Ooh, I'll just go back to 3.
Okay.
How easy is that? All balloons.
All
balloons for you.
Yeah, I think the only other one that we did less than that was, I really should make page numbers for my notebook here. Was Hopeless Romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a 2.
I wasn't as miserable as I was watching that.
Yeah.
So it's higher. It's actually Amber's scale of enjoyment or misery.
Exactly. All right. Okay, guys, let us know what you guys thought about Once Upon a Date. Was it, did you like it? Did you like it better than us? Are we being mean?
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of a grumpy butt, so let me know if I was just being grumpy.
Yeah, but we will see you guys next time with our next mini up review.
Yeah, let's see. Will it be terrible, or will we receive a twist of fate, and it'll be good?
Before we get into our next little UpTV mini review, we wanted to just give you guys a little bit of information on our sponsor this week. So this week's sponsor is HelloFresh. If you go to HelloFresh.com/Hallmarkies10, you guys can get 10 free meals, which includes free shipping. Now, HelloFresh is a really, really awesome meal program. It allows you to get just the right amount of ingredients that you need for an awesome fresh recipe. So it'll break you out of your dinner rut because HelloFresh has over 22 seasonal chef curated recipes each week that'll be great for you and your family. It saves you time, it saves you stress in the grocery store. Personally, I live with my parents and my younger brother, so there are 4 of us in the household, and getting these HelloFresh meals every week has really allowed us to not only try some new meals, but also to have the time to cook the meals. It's quick, it's easy, and they taste great, and they're very, very family friendly. I highly, highly recommend. They're flexible, they're great for everyone's lifestyle, and they are delicious. So if you would like to get 10 free meals, which includes free shipping from HelloFresh, you can go to hellofresh.com/hallmarkies10. And today we are going to be talking about the movie Twist of Fate from UPTV that happened recently. So this movie was a little bit bonkers. When I first read the synopsis for this movie, I was like, what? Do you agree?
It was the right kind of bonkers for me.
I agree. So this movie is about Kelly and Jeff. And Kelly is an interior designer who is on the way to meet a new client. She gets into a little bit of a fender bender. Not a little. A big fender bender. And she has like I guess it's like a version of OnStar where she calls the help, which happens to be Jeff at the call center, and they have a nice, pleasant conversation, and from there it turns into the story of Kelly and Jeff trying to really find each other and falling in love, all because of OnStar, basically.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what they called it in the movie, but that's basically what it was. Auto call. Okay, there we go. It was basically OnStar where you just like call if there's an emergency, or it's like
in this instance, she got in her accident and fell into the passenger seat footboard upside down, and they're like, "I see your airbag deployed. Everything okay?" Which is OnStar. I mean, it's OnStar. But copyright. It's not.
Yeah,
OnStar.
basically. But like the thing is, I feel like in that accident she would have been maybe a little bit more injured than she.
Well, I don't know, because it was really slow, right?
Yeah, that's true. But still, I would have still called an ambulance. I was still.
Well, she didn't even hit her head, right?
I don't think she hit her head, no. But her foot was pretty banged up. I don't know. But the thing is, though, too, then she's like, oh, yeah, don't call emergency services. Yeah, it's not like your car is in trees or anything. Like,
yeah, I mean, they should have still sent someone, but
yeah,
you need to stay on the line. But exactly. It's fine. It's
fine. All right. So, what did you think of this movie, Amber?
Okay, I just have to go into a few more details. I loved that throughout the whole movie, they just kept missing each other. I love that kind of crap where they're just like, oh, he just walked right by. They should be in love, but they keep missing each other. And this is another instance where the secondary and tertiary love stories worked great because they were their 2 friends who just end up, meeting and being cute and falling in love and being little meddlesome liars, which I love. And then also Andrea Brooks and Andrew Francis, whatever their characters' names were, being little meddlesome people too and falling in love. Everything about this movie worked for me.
Yeah, this movie had a great cast. Because, like, also Cassie Steele, I mean, Degrassi, like, come on. But, like, great cast. I loved everyone in this movie. I thought it was awesome. And Andrea Brooks being her little, like, meddlesome self with Andrew Francis, like, I just thought it was so good. I loved it. I, like, completely agree.
And Ryan Kennedy, who was not on Battlestar Galactica, but was in Caprica, which is a prequel to Battlestar Galactica. So, I mean, it's keeping the theme going. Just for the record.
I do just say, after watching this movie, like, I am 200% more about putting my parking brake on.
Well, it's just good sense. But also, if you put your parking brake on, maybe you won't find love with a handsome widower.
Okay.
Oh, I also loved that. That was so brilliant to have the misunderstanding about him wearing the wedding ring.
The wedding ring, yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
That was,
and it wasn't like a contrived situation that they usually have where people are like kept apart for no reason, right? That was a legitimate, real misunderstanding.
Like,
and she's not going to listen to him being like, no, wait, my wife is dead. Like, he's just not.
That's so true. Yeah.
I loved it.
Also, Andrew Francis's character, I'm sorry, he was a jerk.
So, in like the best way possible.
It was like he played it so well, but the character, I was like, I think his name was, Tom. Oh my gosh, Tom was such a jerk. I'm like, you don't go on a date with a girl and walk into her house and just lay on her couch and put her feet up on her couch. I'm like,
that was so unbelievably funny.
Yes!
I died.
I'm like, you just met her and you're gonna turn the football on and you're trying to pretend to be this nice, sweet guy that talked to her over the phone and you're acting like just,
it was so funny.
It was so funny. Oh my gosh.
Really, honestly, I can't think of anything that I did not really enjoy.
No, I completely agree. I really thought, though,
I'm gonna say I did kind of get a little scoshy tiny irritated with the lady who she hired.
Yes.
Who was hiring her, whatever,
her client or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. I was a little irritated with her. Also, I don't know why she didn't say, sorry, I got in a car accident.
Exactly.
The lady was on, like, it's not embarrassing.
Like, it happens. Like.
And then I did have another question. Why did she have a rental car at all?
Oh, yeah. Why?
Do they ever say, or I guess it doesn't really matter. But
that's very true. I don't know why she had a rental car. Did she drive any other cars throughout the entire movie?
Not that we saw.
Then what?
I don't know.
All right. Maybe they explained it.
It's frankly not important, right?
Yeah,
I'm just curious if you caught that, and apparently you didn't, and I didn't. So
nope. So apparently it wasn't all that important.
Listeners, if you know, please comment.
Yeah, let us know.
Because I'd like to know.
Yeah, I forgot. Was her car in the shop or something? Maybe
it's got to be, right? Otherwise, she wouldn't have a rental.
Not to mention, like, her destroying that rental car like that. She's paying.
Well, it didn't even get that destroyed, right?
It ran into trees.
You can hit trees at a low impact and not cause that much damage. Because remember, that other guy was using it.
Oh, that's true. He was using it right after. So it must not have caused that much damage. But still, like, that girl did not get her security deposit back on that.
Maybe she did. She didn't tell anyone. She just got it out of the ditch.
How?
No, I don't know. I'm not a car scientist.
What's a car scientist?
They're scientists who know things about cars, obviously.
So, like a mechanic?
Yeah, that kind of guy. He's a car scientist.
Clearly, neither of us know anything about our vehicles. Okay. But yeah, altogether, I really enjoyed this movie. I loved it a lot. Oh, I did want to mention, did you recognize the first guy she went on a date with?
No, who is it?
He is, I can't remember his real name, but he played Murphy on When Calls the Heart.
Oh.
Leland's, like, other assistant.
Well.
The one that was in love with Katie Yost.
Yeah, the one that I wanted to marry Katie Yost, and then he disappeared. And so now Katie Yost has to marry someone else.
He actually, in real life, he has, like, a YouTube channel called, like, Convos with My 2-Year-Old or whatever that got popular on YouTube in, like, 2012 or something. And that's where I knew him from when he was on When Calls the Heart. I didn't know he was particularly an actor, so I wasn't surprised that he didn't stick around on When Calls the Heart, but I just thought it was funny that he was in this as well.
Wow.
Just, like, kind of popped up, but yeah.
That's just a twist of fate right there.
Exactly. I was like, wow, it's that guy from When Calls the Heart and from that YouTube channel. But yeah.
I loved it.
Me too. I gave it an 8.
I'm actually going to go ahead and give it a 9.2.
A 9.2. Wow.
Yeah, well, when it was over, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll watch that again. But then I didn't because I didn't have time.
Okay.
But, like, this is one I will definitely watch again. I would
Really?
maybe buy it on DVD.
Wow.
This is high praise.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I liked it a ton.
I think it was really good too. Yeah. I don't have time to rewatch movies. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. What did you guys think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it was fate that you watched it? Like, what'd you think? Let us know.
Yes, and make sure that you see us next time when we try to figure out what is our vision of love.
I don't know. Let's talk about Vision of Love. So, this movie was about a divorce lawyer named Catherine, and she decided to go get her nails done one day and was predicted by her lovely, what are they called?
Psychic / manicure lady?
Yeah, psychic / manicure
What's
lady.
are they called estheticians?
I think so. Manicure.
You don't know. You're just saying that because I said it and it sounded real.
It sounds right. So
I mean, it may not sound as legitimate as car scientist, but I mean, esthetician, right?
I was just gonna say manicurist, but sure.
I'm not gonna Google it. I'm just gonna learn it science in my brain. Nail technicians, manicurists, or nailists.
I said manicurist. I was right.
Fine. You're the queen of knowing things. I'm the
Okay.
queen of not knowing things.
Great.
We've established our roles.
I will take it. All right. Anyways, Catherine, the voice.
The voice.
Okay, divorce attorney. Why am I from Brooklyn?
She's a divorce attorney.
She's a divorce attorney. She goes to get her nails done, and the manicurist is also like a psychic and tells her that she's going to meet a man and fall in love with someone named Michael. And so from there, her BFF, who is also her roommate and is getting married, it tries to set her up with a bunch of guys named Michael. She ends up going out with a Michael she went to high school with. But alas, that was not the true Michael for her. Her true love was actually named Tom. And Michael was the dog.
No, Michelangelo.
Yeah. So, what did you think of this movie, Amber?
I thought it was very serviceable. There was a lot of like pretty big names. I mean, they had Beverly D'Angelo and Elliot Gould as the divorcing couple.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty big deal, I think.
We also have Mr. Christmas Movie Christmas himself in this movie.
Yeah, so. Brent Daugherty.
Yes.
And the guy from Wildfire. Did you ever watch Wildfire?
No clue what that even is.
Okay, from my understanding, because I haven't watched Heartland, it's basically close-ish to Heartland because they, have horses. But it's pretty good. I loved it when it was on ABC Family.
I mean, it was on in 2005.
What does that have to do with anything? Oh, you were alive, you mean?
Yeah. I was just making sure you weren't mentioning one of those shows that you expect me to have seen when I was in the womb.
Yeah, no, but Ryan Seipek, the groom in this scenario,
yeah,
he was on Wildfire.
Gotcha. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was cute. And I just have to say that, the crazy guy with the ventriloquist in this movie, his name was Michael Craig, and he had a sister named Amy.
Wow, that was amazing.
I don't have any relatives named Michael.
I don't remember that part, but I'm a big fan. Yeah. I didn't catch that, but the ventriloquist guy was so funny.
Oh,
I also really enjoyed the line where what was his name? What was his name?
Whose name?
Brent Daugherty's name. Tom? It was Tom?
Yeah.
Because wasn't that the name of somebody else?
Andrew Francis in the last movie, yeah.
Oh, there's so many connections. Anyway, Tom in this movie, when he asked her, so how many Michaels have you gone on with dates with? And she said 1.5.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
I was like, oh, I just want to clarify. Neither of my brothers are named Michael, and neither of them have dummies. So.
Oh, darn it. I was kind of hoping that one of your brothers who was not named Michael had a ventriloquist doll named Michael.
No.
We're this close.
I have a brother named Matthew, so I guess it's kind of close.
It's close. Get him a ventriloquist doll.
Okay.
Even though they're nightmare fuel.
I will give my 35-year-old brother for his birthday.
He'll love it. All of us old people love ventriloquist dummies.
Okay. All right. All right, so then there was the next Michael, which was Michael the lawyer. I don't know what his last name was, but he was a jerk.
He was. I did love the scene where he was talking to his friend. Who talks like that to their friend while she was on hold?
I know, right?
I
Wait,
loved it.
that was a different Michael, though. That wasn't the Michael she went on the date with. Remember the one that her friend found?
Other than the ventriloquist?
Yeah, there was another Michael that she went on a date with that was a lawyer that her friend found in the cafe. That was before the Michael from high school.
I thought that was the ventriloquist. Am
No.
I mushing two Michaels together?
Yes.
Well, I believe you, he was a jerk.
There was 3 Michaels. There was Michael Craig, Michael the lawyer guy, and then Michael Breakstone, which was the guy from high school, and then Michelangelo the dog.
How long did the Michael, the other guy, get on the TV? Was he there for any amount of time?
Like maybe 5 minutes. They went on a date at a restaurant, an Italian restaurant.
Why did I not remember this? I just watched it.
I don't know.
He did not leave an impression on me.
Okay, well, he was a jerk anyways. So
I believe it. I blocked him from my memory.
yeah, he was talking about how he had hit someone's car or whatever and didn't feel bad about it or whatever, and I was like, all right, dude, let's move on.
Get out of here. They had to call the auto call place from Twist of Fate. They didn't even find love. They had to talk to the other Tom.
Oh my god. But okay, if your nail lady predicted the future, would you go more often?
I mean, I would, frankly. I'd like to just go more often in general. So if there was an extra bonus.
I'm getting my future told, I'm in. I'm so
Even
in.
if it's not true.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. I finished watching this movie and was like, I'm going to look up my horoscope.
Frankly, though, wouldn't that be a good side hustle for someone who does palm readings?
To do nails? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I had that skill. I need to find someone who does palmistry.
Okay.
That's what that's called.
Okay.
Tell them to be a manicurist.
Good. There you go. Double. There we go. Do 2 at 1. 2 in 1. I do have to say, though, I feel like it took forever. There was just so much in between before she got to the guy she was supposed to be with, which was Tom. And it dragged a little bit for me. And I was
yeah, and you know what I was not interested in?
The wedding?
Yeah.
Same.
And first of all, I don't know why he was like, you don't even care about the wedding. I get not caring about the wedding, but also I was so over both of them.
Yeah, they both were making way too big of a deal out of it. I was just, oh goodness.
And then I had this talk to myself when I imagined Rachel saying, who cares about a wedding? People, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, well, to be fair, though, the wedding and the planning of the wedding and the making decisions of the wedding, ultimately, sure, the wedding itself doesn't matter. But I feel like getting through that big hurdle of planning things together and learning how to compromise with each other is a good step. And if you can't make it through that, maybe you shouldn't get married.
Exactly. It's just everyone says you should build something from IKEA with the guy you're going to marry, because if that doesn't go well, it isn't the relationship.
Here's the problem with that. I'm too darn good at building furniture. I could do it with anyone.
That's great.
I'm not even joking.
All right, I'm going to call you the next time I need to build something.
I just don't even understand how people are like, this is so difficult. I'm like, obviously this is just the way it is. Come on. You put the dowel in there, you put the screwdriver thing that you twist, and there it is. Built it.
Done. Easy. Simple.
Easy. I'm not even joking.
There we go. I don't know
especially from IKEA.
Yeah. Where are we going with this? I don't know. But Paris. Did you care about Paris?
No. I didn't care about Paris. I didn't care about their planning for Paris. I'm still confused by his book. So he wasn't a writer before, so he decided to just write the book. Did he always want to be a writer? There were some confusing things for me.
I think the whole thing was he read his wife's diary after she died, and it inspired him to write. Right?
Okay, I guess.
I don't know. But the dog was great. The dog was...
It was a big dog. I like big dogs.
It was a great big...
I don't like little dogs. I don't like medium-sized dogs.
giant dogs.
Only giant dogs.
And he was so fluffy.
Mm-hmm. He was
Nice.
basically a little tiny teddy bear.
Exactly. He
I
looked
mean actual bear, not teddy bear. It was like a bear cub.
he was like a polar bear.
A little polar bear cub.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. What would you give this movie? What is your...
So I didn't love it,
Mhm.
but I didn't hate it. I'm gonna give it like a 5.7.
Really? 5.7.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Because you don't want to have to figure out 0.7 of a balloon?
Yeah, I don't want to have to figure out what's... I give it a 6. A solid 6.
You know what I find interesting though? Most of our ratings have been pretty close together.
Yeah, I do.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes we're a little, but I feel like we're pretty close.
We're pretty on sync.
I like it, which may mean we're both right. Maybe we're both wrong.
Yeah,
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, I know. Let us know. What did you guys think of these movies? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Are we too harsh? Are we not harsh enough?
I don't ever think I'm harsh enough.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think.
Yes, and who knows? Maybe by this time next week, one of us might be a secret millionaire.
That was a good one. Good segue. I enjoy it.
Thank you. I tried real hard.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to our Upside reviews. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you want to hear more from myself or Amber, you can find me at It's Amy Craig all over YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Where can everyone find you, Amber?
No, I like when you do it.
If you want to find Amber, you can find Amber over on Twitter at Amber Brainwaves. If you want to hear more from the Once Upon an Upside podcast, you can follow us on Instagram or on Twitter, which is OUA Upside on both of those platforms. Make sure to go subscribe to our YouTube channel, Once Upon an Upside, and also to subscribe to the Hallmarkies podcast on YouTube, on iTunes, on all of your fun podcasting apps. If you want to see more exclusive content from the Hallmarkies podcast, you can go on over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Hallmarkies, and get some special benefits from that. We also have some awesome merch over on our merch website, which is of course always in the description down below. If you want to leave us any feedback, feel free to tweet us, feel free to message us on Facebook, feel free to comment, and feel free, if you want to send in any feedback through email, you can send it to feedback@hallmarkiespodcast.com, or of course you can leave us a voicemail and possibly be in a future feedback episode, and that is the number 1-801-855-6407. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you soon. Bye guys.
Bye everybody.